Well, some people say their unemployment is about to run out, but finding a job is difficult right now, or they may have other challenges like they're high risk or they have childcare issues. Mary is one of you at home who wrote to us and said, I was approved for 13 weeks of PEUC after my unemployment benefits were exhausted. When these benefits end, am I eligible to apply again for any other extended benefits? That's a great question. Michelle Lee looking at it this morning in Your Money, Your Future. So what else is out there for folks like Mary?
Well, first of all, let's get to the 13 weeks, all right? So we know that the 13 weeks was an extension by the federal government. This is all paid by the federal government. It comes under the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation, that PEUC Mary was mentioning. Well, now we know that there are other benefits as well. So this is under the Extended Benefits Program in Washington State. There is an extra 20 weeks available of regular unemployment. Now, this is triggered because there is a high unemployment rate across Washington. In order to get it, you had to have run out of your regular unemployment on May 30th or later. You can apply 2 weeks before your PEUC runs out. You should get a letter, and the easiest way to apply is in your e-services account. Now, we should mention normally there are strict job search requirements when these extended benefits roll out. However, we know that the job search is now on hold, on pause. You do not have to do any job searches right now, at least until August. So we'll keep you posted on that. If you would like to see the top questions and answers of our unemployment questions, you can just text the word money to 206-448-4545 and we will send you that information. But a lot of times this information comes fast and it's changing constantly. So that's a good place to go, Jake.
Yeah, and it's a good, good advice there that you don't have to look for a job till August. I'm sure a lot of people are happy to hear that as well. All right, thanks, Michelle.